Welcome to Global Byte. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon for more breaking updates. In the deep strategic waters of Subic Bay, a Cold War relic is being reborn for a new era. Once a quiet witness to history, Subic is now at the center of a rapidly shifting balance of power in Asia. The Philippines is transforming this historic port into its answer to China's growing assertiveness, determined to protect its maritime territory and national interests. Once the largest American naval base overseas, Subic now anchors Manila's bold new strategy in the South China Sea, blending its storied past with a vision for the future. On May 23, 2025, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. announced the opening of a new naval station here, a clear signal to Beijing and the world that the Philippines is ready to defend its sovereignty and play a larger role in regional security. Backed by the United States, the Philippines is drawing a line in the water, transforming Subic into a symbol of resistance, modernization, and renewed military partnership. For years, China's artificial islands and Coast Guard ships have tested Philippine resolve, especially after the tense 2012 Scarborough Shoal standoff, which marked a turning point in the region's security landscape. Now, Manila is responding with unprecedented investment, building a base for modern warships, advanced surveillance, and a forward arsenal to deter future provocations. The U.S. sees Subic as a vital hub for its Indo-Pacific strategy, with plans for a massive munitions plant and expanded logistics to support allied forces and ensure rapid deployment in times of crisis. The message is unmistakable. Any attack on the Philippines will trigger a swift, coordinated response from its allies, raising the stakes for any potential aggressor. Subic Bay's revival is a high-stakes gamble, drawing sharp warnings from Beijing and intense global attention to these contested waters, where the world's major powers now converge. Once a symbol of American power, Subic now stands as proof of a smaller nation's resolve to defend its sovereignty, an enduring testament to the Philippines' courage and determination in the face of growing uncertainty. Subic Bay's significance is rooted in its history as a military stronghold. Developed by the U.S. after the Spanish-American War, its deep sheltered harbor became a Pacific powerhouse. For decades, Subic and nearby Clark Air Base formed the largest American military installation overseas, supporting wars from WW2 to Vietnam. The base brought security and economic activity, but also stirred nationalist calls for its closure. In 1992, the last U.S. sailors left, and Subic became a commercial hub. Yet geography is destiny. Its strategic value never faded. As China's maritime ambitions grew, Filipino defense planners saw Subic's potential anew. Its deep-water port and proximity to contested waters made it the logical choice for a naval comeback. Now the Philippines is reclaiming Subic, not as a foreign outpost, but as a linchpin of its own defense. The 2012 Scarborough Shoal standoff exposed the Philippines' naval weakness, highlighting just how vulnerable the country was in the face of growing regional tensions and maritime disputes. This confrontation became a wake-up call, sparking a sweeping modernization effort across the entire Philippine Navy and armed forces. The goal was clear: build a credible force capable of defending the nation's maritime sovereignty, protecting its vast waters and deterring future incursions. On May 23, 2025, President Marcos Jr. inaugurated Naval Station Nabasan at Subic Bay, a state-of-the-art facility designed to host modern frigates and advanced patrol vessels, marking a new era for the Philippine Navy. Simultaneously, a new support base in Mindanao was established, reflecting a strategy of distributed logistics that complicates enemy targeting and ensures rapid response across the archipelago. President Marcos framed these moves as essential for the nation's survival, directly linking them to China's increasingly assertive actions in the West Philippine Sea and the need to safeguard Philippine interests. The new base at Subic Bay enables longer patrols, faster deployment, and a much stronger presence in contested waters, allowing the Navy to project power and maintain vigilance where it matters most. This strategic pivot accelerated after the Philippines expanded U.S. base access in 2023, leading to increased joint exercises and culminating in Subic's transformation into a forward operating base for both Philippine and Allied forces. The overarching strategy is to secure key locations, upgrade critical infrastructure, and acquire modern platforms that can operate effectively in the complex maritime environment of Southeast Asia. Subic Bay now stands as the crown jewel of this transformation, turning the Philippine Navy into a more capable and confident maritime power, ready to face new challenges. It's a decisive shift from a focus on coastal defense to a posture of regional deterrence, signaling Manila's determination to protect its sovereignty and play a larger role in regional security. Subic's revival goes beyond warships. It's about building a defense industry. The former Hanjin shipyard, now Agila Subic, is being transformed by Hyundai Heavy Industries into a regional shipbuilding powerhouse. By 2030, it will employ thousands, enabling the Philippines to build and maintain its own warships. The most ambitious project, a U.S.-Philippine plan for the world's largest munitions plant, producing key explosives for allied forces. This forward-deployed hub ensures a secure ammunition supply, independent of long supply chains. The U.S. Congress has ordered a feasibility study, with the project gaining momentum in 2025. Producing munitions in the Philippines strengthens deterrence and fits the distributed logistics model. Together, the shipyard and munitions hub make Subic an indispensable strategic asset for the alliance. Subic Bay's resurgence is inseparable from a revitalized U.S.-Philippine alliance. Instead of massive permanent bases, the U.S. now pursues a flexible, forward-deployed presence. In 2023, Manila expanded U.S. base access, paving the way for new logistics and maintenance facilities at Subic. By 2026, the two nations will conduct hundreds of joint military activities, deepening their commitment. The U.S. has deployed advanced missile systems to the Philippines, creating a formidable anti-access capability. The new model relies on a network of smaller, dispersed sites like Subic, enhancing survivability and flexibility. American and Filipino forces now train, share intelligence, and respond as a unified front. Subic Bay is the linchpin of this integrated defense strategy for the Indo-Pacific. Subic Bay's transformation has drawn strong statements from leaders and experts. President Marcos Jr. insists the buildup is a sovereign right, vowing not to be intimidated. The U.S., under President Trump, has pledged overwhelming support, referencing the planned munitions hub. Experts call Subic's redevelopment the most significant countermove in the South China Sea in a decade. The alliance's robust logistics and basing network directly challenges China's operational freedom. The message to Beijing: the Philippines is determined to defend itself, and the U.S. is committed to backing it. The era of ambiguity is over. Subic is now a clear demonstration of Allied resolve. China views Subic's revival as a direct threat, responding with stern warnings and increased tensions. Beijing accuses Manila of playing with fire by aligning with Washington and hosting U.S. forces. Tensions have spiked, especially after President Marcos Jr. signaled the Philippines could not stay neutral over Taiwan. Recent espionage allegations in Subic have fueled suspicion and hostility. China's main concern, Subic's location at the Luzon Strait, a choke point for its navy. Advanced U.S. missile deployments and the munitions hub threaten Chinese naval operations. The Philippines and U.S. see their actions as defensive. China sees encirclement. This security dilemma drives the region's escalating tensions. Every move at Subic is now closely watched by a wary Beijing. Subic Bay's military revival has sparked fierce debate within the Philippines. Supporters see the U.S. alliance as essential for security and economic growth, with thousands of jobs promised at the Agila shipyard. Critics warn of entanglement in great power conflict and fear the country could become a target. Vice President Sara Duterte and nationalist groups argue the strategy risks making the Philippines a bullet shield for the U.S. Human rights groups decry the project as prioritizing U.S. interests over Filipino safety. Economic benefits are weighed against concerns about crime, environmental damage, and dependency on foreign military spending. The debate reflects the nation's struggle to balance sovereignty, security, and independence in a world of superpower rivalry. Subic Bay's reawakening is a global event with far-reaching consequences, drawing the attention of world leaders, strategists, and ordinary citizens alike. Once a quiet harbor, it is now at the center of a rapidly changing geopolitical landscape. It's a test of the international rules-based order, challenging China's assertive claims in the South China Sea. The world is watching to see if international law and diplomacy can prevail over power politics and territorial expansion. Subic's transformation is a forceful stand for resolving disputes through law, not coercion. It signals a commitment to peaceful negotiation, setting an example for other flashpoints around the globe. The South China Sea is a vital artery for global trade. Its stability affects the entire world. Every year, trillions of dollars in goods pass through these waters, making its security essential for economic growth and stability. Subic's forward base helps ensure open sea lanes and deters conflict that could disrupt global commerce. Its presence reassures trading nations and helps prevent dangerous miscalculations at sea. The US-Philippine partnership is a model for integrated deterrence, watched closely by other Indo-Pacific nations. Their cooperation demonstrates the power of alliances in maintaining peace and stability in a tense region. Success at Subic could inspire greater regional cooperation. Failure could undermine alliances. The stakes are high, as neighboring countries look to Subic for cues on how to navigate their own security challenges. Ultimately, Subic is about resolve, of a nation defending its sovereignty, and an alliance upholding a free, open system. It's a symbol of unity and determination in the face of uncertainty. The risks are high, but the cost of inaction may be higher. A misstep here could trigger economic shocks and security crises that ripple far beyond Asia. What happens in Subic Bay will shape the security and prosperity of the world for decades to come, making it a place where history is being written in real time.